Welcome back, everybody. Still rocking with the lowdown. Still your host, James Young. I want you guys to help me welcome right now the co-founder of Foolies Clothing, AlexNemoHanse.
Hey.
Oh, there it is.
Okay,
there we go. All right.
On every block.
Millie Rock on every block. I didn't wear any socks. But anyway, it doesn't matter, man. Welcome to the show. How you doing?
I am blessed to be here, brother.
Oh, I appreciate you being here. Now, Foolies Clothing, I've been looking into you, man. I love the motto of the clothing. It's like, be foolish enough to have a dream.
Yes.
And follow
to
that
chase
dream.
that dream no matter what.
No matter
Right.
what. Gotcha. Now, you sound like a man that somebody told you don't follow your dreams at some point. You was like, yes, I am.
Yeah, several times.
Several times, right?
Several times. College life, just going through different things in life. You're normally considered as crazy if you're trying to go after anything that seems a little past the norm, doctor, lawyer, scientist, anything
Gotcha.
past that seems a little weird, foolish. Why don't you do something safe, predictable? But that's just never really been in my forte.
And I love that. Love that passion, man. Now, I ask everybody that comes on the show when they're doing something, what led you to that point? What's your inspiration to doing what you do with Foolies Clothing?
So, me and my brother of another color.
Okay. All right.
He was my engineer. His name was Billy. I went by the name Alexander the Great at the time.
Okay, I like it.
And my
like it a
thought
lot.
process was I wanted to build a fan base. I wanted to actually do something great with rapping. I wanted to be that MC, Big Sean, old Kanye, that kind of thing. Right?
He said, old Kanye.
I miss the old Kanye.
Yeah.
Just keeping it in perspective. So
Gotcha.
I Googled, searched a couple things, and an article came up about Wiz Khalifa, Lady Gaga, a lot of different names.
Okay.
And they talked about how these artists all had an audience.
Yeah.
And they gave their audience a title. So Lady Gaga was the Monsters. So they had a catchphrase. So for Wiz Khalifa, it was Taylor Gang or Die. So there was always something that said, hey, you know what? This is that space.
Gotcha.
And they would take those phrases and they would become clothing and all that stuff as well. So we figured, hey, why not do the same thing?
I'm going to skip all that. I'm going to go right to the clothing.
Right, exactly.
So when I do get that group built up,
Right.
there's some clothes for them to wear.
So we figured, what could we say in a song? What could we say in the music to open it up? And somewhere we stumbled across oh man, this is foolish, man. We're both college students. We were at the University of Florida at the time, and it was like, this is foolish of us to be doing this. And it was like, actually, we're Foolies. And then I decided, okay, well, why don't I just yell that at the opening of my music? Foolies, it's the movement. And that's how I really began kind of using it in a song. Figure why not put that on a shirt.
Gotcha.
And kept it moving.
So whatever you're doing, just yell that out.
Yes.
So if I go to a show, it's diabetes. That's how we doing it. Type 2. But I love that, man. I love it. Now, how did you get started once you want to do the clothing? Now, how does one go from I have an idea, and how do you start a clothing brand?
So when you're two broke college students and you're eating nothing but ramen to survive,
I'm with you.
We figured we'd get the word Foolies printed out on an inkjet printer. Took some kind of like Walmart-esque paper where you can print on there and then you can kind of steal it to the shirt.
That's right.
And ironed it on.
Okay.
And that was the beginning of building the brand, and people actually liked it. So we would put them in a shirt. And we would take a photo, and then we would take them out of the shirt. Like we only had one.
Hey, bro, I'm going to need that shirt back real quick because I need to put this on somebody else.
Exactly.
There you go.
And I call it the Damon John effect because that's what he did when he started FUBU back
That's
in the
right.
day.
That's
so
right.
I said, hey, why not do it as well? Why reinvent a wheel? So
Right.
we kept doing that until people thought it was cool enough to start buying it.
Got it. Go with what works, man.
Exactly.
I'm not mad at that at all. Now, how did what you're doing with Foolies lead into you writing an actual book?
Cool. So Foolies approved is a catchphrase that I usually throw out.
Gotcha. Now, I got the book right here so people can see that. That's right. We get a tight shot of that. Woohoo. Great book, by the way.
Appreciate you.
Now, tell me a little bit about it.
So Foolies approved is basically me co-signing on anything that's positive and reflecting the culture in a positive way.
I like it.
So my thought process is if I share Simone Biles breaking this amazing record, Foolies approved. So anything with that space becomes Foolies approved. So I said, you know what? I've been featured in Gary Vaynerchuk's book, very popular entrepreneur guy.
And the name of that book was?
It's called Crushing It.
Okay.
So I was featured in there, and I was featured in that book because of this shirt that I have on.
Gotcha.
And then for those who haven't seen the shirt, be strong like Regina, be fresh like Taraji, write like Shonda, shine like Lupita, deliver like Uzo, speak like Viola, age like Angela, rule like Queen, walk like Carrie, lead like Ava.
And those are all prominent members in the Black community, and you wanted to emulate the greatness that they're doing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so that shirt led me to being featured on O Network in Essence for an event they have called Black Women in Hollywood.
Okay, wait, you said that real quick. Okay, that's a big deal for my generation. You were featured on what?
I was featured on O Network in Essence.
Gotcha.
They have this really awesome show that they do annually called Black Women in Hollywood.
Yes.
So I didn't even know about the show even in existence until I put out the shirt. Their team reached out to me. long story short, we got them some shirts that they would have worn by this young female choir.
Yes.
And so they wore the shirts at the actual event itself, which was phenomenal. They took photos with Oprah, which was obviously some great shine for us.
That definitely was.
And then at the end of the night,
because I don't know if you know this, Oprah, that lady, she's famous.
She's popular.
Yeah, she is, man. People listen to her. They do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the night, Shonda Rhimes retweeted us and kind of tagged me and was like, "Hey, this is the guy who did it at Foolies." And so, if you want
Very popular producer in Hollywood.
amazing,
Yes.
amazing, produces probably most of the content we see on television.
She does.
On
She
a
writes
Thursday night.
everything that has to do with ratchetness. She writes, but she writes sophisticated ratchet.
Exactly.
She does.
So with that happening, it just spiraled, and that's what led me to being featured in Gary's book. And then I said, "Hey, if I'm going to be featured in someone else's book, I probably should be writing my own."
Absolutely, man. Now, what can people find in this book that you wrote?
So if you go to my Instagram page,
Gotcha.
at Foolies, Foolies, or Foolies, or if you go on Amazon, you'll be able to actually buy that book.
Oh, so you're on Amazon too, man.
I am on Amazon.
You are
so-
doing all right. You make me want to get my stuff together.
Well, are you foolish?
Oh, you met me.
Okay, right. So
Yes.
therefore, you should be going.
And
after
I'm
the
following my
as well.
dream, man. I'm a
There you go.
comedian. People told me all the time, James, you don't have to have a real job. You can't make people laugh for a living. Oh, yes, I can. And yes, I am.
Right, but the one thing you need to be doing is writing it down. 'Cause
Gotcha.
most people don't write their goals and dreams down.
And look at it every single day.
Exactly,
You have a goal to
exactly,
focus at, man.
exactly.
Now, what would you advise people to do that want to start out and chase their dream just like you did? What advice would you give them?
Well, we have this really cool thing called the mobile device, right? Our cell phones.
Whoa,
right? Well,
okay.
it's
I've
crazy.
heard of these.
Right, and we
Yes.
spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on this cool device.
Yes, we do.
Which can do a lot of things, right? We can record video.
Yeah.
You got all kinds of applications that you can use. So if you're in the graphic space, right, there's things like Canva, Over, Snapseed. These are things
I use
that,
Over. I'm actually just gotten into that, and I actually make my posts now using Over
Right.
and a couple other apps, Photoshop Express, all those
Right.
different things, to make it look better, to make it pop, and to get
Exactly.
myself noticed. Because
Exactly.
I'm a boomer. I don't do a
I
lot of
understand,
social media,
understand,
man. Yeah, man. I don't snap the chat. I don't know what that is. Not yet.
understand.
But that's amazing, man. So you're telling people that, look, there's resources out there if you have
Right.
limited funds,
Right.
that you don't have to be held back by the conventional wisdom of people
all.
telling you that's not a real job.
Right. All you need is good lighting, your smartphone, and if you have the inkling of a message, right, or something that you're just extremely passionate about.
Gotcha.
Whether it's WWE, whether it's battle rappers, whether it's movies, television, whatever that is, start talking about it and
Gotcha.
build that audience around it. And you can start right now in your bedroom.
But the key to that is as far as social media, you correct me if I'm wrong, being consistent at doing
Yes,
it.
being
Consistently
consistent.
posting, you've got to keep doing it.
Right. Treat yourself like a network. Pick
That's
a
right.
time and a date for your show and air it every day.
And people
every
will
week.
learn, your audience will learn and be educated what time you're going to be posting
Exactly.
every single day. Now, you guys stick around with me a little bit. We'll do some viral videos. You guys think I'm going to go nowhere?
No,
All right, folks, you don't go anywhere either. We'll be right back with more on the Lowdown.